Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. Today, I wanted to quickly talk to everyone regarding a topic I feel is kind of important, especially due to all of the more recent news articles I've been finding here circulating within the last couple of days. And that topic has to be about a potential mass adoption for simply the XRP coin. Now, this is not to say that we won't see mass adoption for any other cryptocurrencies, especially the top performing cryptocurrencies. This is just simply the idea of how mass adoption could happen for XRP. Now, this particular article is talking about a company called Xspring and how they could give wider adoption of XRP, even more so than that of XRapid or XCurrent. Now, Xspring is a platform that started and launched in May by Ripple's Senior Vice President, Ethan Beard. He was recently at Pre-Money Crypto Conference in San Francisco, where he talks more in-depthly about Xspring and its ability to possibly increase XRP adoption. He states that with Xspring, we're focused on the broader XRP ecosystem. Ripple, as a company, focuses on the Internet of Value, helping money move as easily as data. Our core business being helping banks move money, mainly across borders, and we've got great momentum there. At the same time, we think XRP and the XRP ledger has a lot of use cases above and beyond what's going on in the banking world. And so, with Xspring, we could actually be looking to identify, amplify, and help those projects take off and get off the board. He further states that as a major contributor to the XRP ledger codebase and large holder of XRP, we often hear from entrepreneurs and developers that they like support in one form or another to help them with their XRP-related projects. As one of the few blockchain companies with traction for a non-speculative use case, we feel very uniquely positioned to support those entrepreneurs in a meaningful way. So, what I've gathered from this is that not only could we potentially hear future announcements and maybe even future partnerships from the Ripple company and other different types of banks and financial institutions, but we could potentially hear other future announcements from companies like Xspring with their involvements with entrepreneurs and developers who have asked for their help on XRP-related projects. So, a lot of potential news to be looking forward to in the very near future that could absolutely spark some more adoption for the XRP coin. When you have that mixed with articles such as this that talk about Marcato Bitcoin, the largest crypto exchange in Brazil, now exposes Ripple XRP to more than 1 million customers. In this article, they briefly talk about the idea that the beginning of October 10th, their exchange's subscribers will then be able to start trading and invested into the XRP cryptocurrency. So again, they are exposing the XRP coin now to 1 million different customers out there. So those are additional people that possibly didn't have the means of getting immediately into XRP to do so right now. It started on October 10th. So again, this is what I'm considering as part of this catalyst for a major mass adoption for the XRP coin. This is all going to take time, mind you. Please understand, this will potentially take time, but the idea is there that we could see mass adoption just simply for the XRP coin. Now, with any of this stuff that I'm saying here, please understand I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is just information that I'm relaying to you that could potentially give us an idea of whether or not we will see mass adoption for that coin. Something else I thought was very interesting is that the community got to vote through Weiss Ratings survey on their Twitter feed about what coin that was under $1, the top performing coins, which one is the best. And out of the coin selections, there was Stellar, Cardano, XRP, and IOTA. And as you can see here, XRP took the cake by 64%, being the top rated choice by the community. So I would imagine that most people have been outspoken about this, and now the community has spoken out regarding what coin they find is the best choice that's under $1. So again, a lot of people out there are considering XRP as the best option and potentially the best way for mass adoption to occur, just simply because it is a coin with a very enticing entry point as far as the value. Something else here that I thought was interesting is that Harvard, Stanford, MIT, and even the University of North Carolina all invest in crypto funds. And these particular crypto funds here don't go into too much detail as to what they have incorporated into them. I would imagine that they're going to have your top performing coins, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. My guess is also that they would have a coin like XRP, especially knowing that it is one of the fastest performing coins out there. It is also one of the cheapest as far as transfer fees are concerned. So it is the best gateway for anybody to get into a cryptocurrency, again, under $1, but also as an appealing kind of cryptocurrency to get a mass majority of them for something like a university crypto fund. Now, I understand here in the article it mentions that Yale had already talked about creating a $400 million crypto fund for this, and it was created by Coinbase co-founder Fred Eshram, but because of the link between Coinbase and Yale, my guess is that it's possible they might not have XRP on there just simply because Coinbase doesn't even offer it. Now, that's just my speculation. I could be absolutely wrong, and I would hope that I'd be wrong. It would be nice to hear that these particular crypto funds hold a good majority of XRP coins. That would be excellent because, again, it will just show not only the entire ecosystem as far as everyone involved in cryptocurrencies, it would show other institutional investors and bankers that, yes, XRP is a coin with value that is something that should be held on to. So between that and all the other articles we just talked about, we could potentially start seeing, again, more mass adoption into just the XRP coin, let alone the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Another thing here, I've been seeing this populate as far as, talking about Bitcoin ATMs in the United States, for example, and I've been hearing personally about several different ATMs popping up where I live, and of course in surrounding states as well. And I would imagine we're going to start hearing a lot more about cryptocurrency ATMs popping up all over the place. Here we have another article that talks about just that, an ATM that deals primarily with XRP, where you can exchange it for whatever fiat currency it offers through that ATM. But nonetheless, there are ATMs in other countries now that allow you to exchange your XRP for fiat. Now, this article kind of emphasizes that it's taking place primarily in your European-based countries and Asian countries. And, of course, it, again, allows you to exchange from XRP to fiat. But you can actually use what they call a WireX card to do this as well. Now, WireX is a card that I would absolutely encourage anybody to look into, do your own research about, but it allows you to have, for example, an XRP wallet built inside there, and if you have XRP from an exchange that you purchase, you can dump that into your WireX wallet that holds XRP, and then, of course, find one of those ATMs in one of those European countries or Asian companies and exchange it outright for fiat if you ever needed to. So my guess is that having something like this right here, which unfortunately at this point in time, the WireX card is only available in the European countries and not in the United States. However, once the regulations are set in stone for cryptocurrencies in the United States, we might start seeing the availability of having WireX as a use case here in the United States. And I would imagine once that happens, that's going to open up the floodgates for mass adoption, especially, again, for the XRP coin. XRP just has one of the lowest entry points for its value and how much it costs to get even just one XRP coin. So it makes it very appealing to even just the standard retail investors such as you and I. And again, once WireX is something that is available in the United States, I could imagine this right here taking off easily. So definitely keep that in mind. I'll tell you, if you are someone who is in the European countries, even if you're in the United States, if we have the potential having the ability to get and use WireX cards, I would say go ahead and take the link that I have in the description below and just simply sign up for free. That's all you have to do. As a matter of fact, if you take that link and you sign up now, both you and I get a little bit of a perk there for doing that and signing up with that link. So absolutely do that. Share it with all your friends. Share it with your family members. Have them get on board, at least preparing themselves. Because again, if that WireX card is available and we can actually use that in the future for ATMs and exchanging your XRP for fiat, and we see that XRP jumps up in value and you're an early investor, you do the math now. You see what I'm getting at. You can actually have more money in your WireX card just simply from being an early investor with XRP. So one more thing here I want to say when it comes to hopefully some more mass adoption is downloading your Uphold wallet if you're in the United States. That is something that you can use as far as going from USD into coins like XRP. You can actually go from USD to Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin through the Uphold wallet. But the fact that you can actually go from USD to XRP from the Uphold wallet is amazing. And I'm bringing this site up here, and I will always do this until the October 31st, is because if you sign up right now with this link for the Join Uphold, you actually have the ability to, for example, earn interest on any of your holdings as far as Bitcoin and Ethereum are concerned right off the bat once this goes into effect. Then eventually they're going to allow for XRP to be something that you can gain interest on. As a matter of fact, here at the top of this it says, we're launching a revolutionary digital yield and lending products and a brand new app. Use your crypto investments to earn interest up to 5% or borrow as low as 9% in the world's first crypto line of credit. So I think Uphold is setting a standard when it comes to what their wallet is capable of doing outside of just simply being a wallet. You can now earn interest or you can borrow up to 9%. So keep all that in mind. I think that if you were to look into this and you download that wallet, you'll find that it is extremely easy to use, very easy to use. And of course as well, why I'm linking you to this right here is that if you sign up now before October 31st, you actually get a small bit of a perk there. You get 1% off the interest rate on any loan, and you also get 1% higher yield on your digital deposits. Something else that you actually get involved with as well is the potential to win some of their universal dollars, which is their own version of a stablecoin. They're actually doing a 500,000 universal dollar giveaway. So my thinking is that if you sign up now between now and the October 31st with the link that I have in the description, you can get yourself set up, go in, buy from USD to XRP, keep that held into your wallet. When Uphold announces that you can start earning interest on your XRP that's holding in there, take your XRP and leave it there. Earn the interest. Any interest you collect off of that, you can leave it in there in the wallet and it just keeps building up on top of that. Or you can take those interest earned cryptocurrencies or XRP and swap it over to your WireX and then just use that WireX card to transfer out in the fiat. You see how all this is going to be possible to work? And once all that does work and you can start earning interest on your XRP, that right there is going to spark a wave of people, of mass adoption in regards to people wanting to have the means to earn additional money. So again, a lot of information coming at once, and I apologize for compiling it all together and throwing it at you, but I'm just saying there's a lot of things here that could absolutely provoke the idea of mass adoption. With that being said, one of the things I do want to end on here is this particular quote by Will Rogers. And because we have identified potential use cases of not only the XRP coin for your regular retail investors, but the idea that we could potentially see mass adoption coming into the cryptocurrency market just with XRP alone. This article, or this quote right here, saying from Will Rogers that even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. It actually has a lot of truth behind it, because if you are someone who is just simply sitting on the sidelines thinking that you could wade this out and hopefully get on board with cryptocurrencies when you find that the time is maybe right for you, or that you feel a lot more confident because of money coming into the cryptocurrency market, you could potentially get ran over by the bombardment of something like a mass adoption with XRP. And just as well, when that happens, you could potentially get left behind. That's why it's always talked about that early investors are always those who benefit the most, just simply because they get in as early as possible and they ride the wave out when all the big money comes into the market. So definitely keep that in mind. Again, I apologize for bombarding you all with a lot of this information, but I find all this information here very intriguing. I try to compile it together and give you this broader picture as to what we could potentially see. And so again, the topic at hand being that we could see potentially mass adoption with just simply the XRP coin. That could happen. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, guys. I appreciate the dialogue we've currently had together, and of course what you guys have had as a community. It's amazing to see all of you guys out there talking and really just kind of inspiring each other to look into this the right way. I definitely will encourage everyone, always do your own research. Take what even I say with a grain of salt, but do your own research, do your own due diligence. And if you ever have any questions, absolutely feed it into the comment section there. We have plenty of people that will be more than happy to talk about this as well, including myself. So outside of that, thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day. And hey, if you enjoyed what you saw, please hit that like button. It definitely helps get this information out there to as many people as we possibly can. And also share this content out with everybody. And if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. This channel has been growing by leaps and bounds, and I could not have done it without you guys. If you really want to help this channel grow, please donate to my Patreon page. Even $1 a month would be amazing and would absolutely go right into my channel to make it more professional for you guys and allow me to create even more content. Thanks again for watching, guys, and have a wonderful day.